Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new YouTube video, and today we'll be talking about something very important. What do you charge for your photography or retouching, and if it's good or bad, the amount of money that you're actually charging, or if it's okay for another photographer to be charging lower or higher. Alright, so recently a photographer contacted me on Instagram and asked me, do you edit other photographers' photo, and if so, what do you charge? So I went right ahead and I told him what I charge, because I personally, I'm not scared to tell you what my prices are for photography, what do I charge for videography, and what do I charge for photo editing. So I told him what I charge, and he was like, wow, actually I wish I would be charging that amount of money for people who I actually retouch for, because they're saying that whatever I am charging is too expensive. Well, when it comes to retouching another photographer's photograph or photos, trust me, whatever I provide, whatever cost I offer, or provide, I mean, that is what I'm going to stand by, because I know what my work actually worth and my time. So I'm going to be charging a certain amount of money that, another photographer may not think, they are qualified to charge that amount, and that's okay, because this is it. I remember that back in the days, maybe about 2000 and, well, my first wedding was 2008, if I am remembering correctly. I think that was my first wedding. I actually charged $15,000, which that would be like $150 US dollars at the time, and that's what I actually charged for my first wedding. And guess what? The flash that I actually purchased was for like $27,000. That would be like 200 and something dollars in US dollars. And I did not know, the market, like what you should be charging for photography, what you should be charging for editing, or whatever the market charges or offer. So I was actually in the dark, and a lot of new photographers who are starting out right now, they do not know what to charge for their photography or for retouching if they're actually retouching or providing a service, a retouching service. So we cannot bash them and say, hey, whatever you're charging is too low or it's too high. We just have to ensure that we do our part, provide good service to the clients that actually come to us, and we should not be thinking about other photographers, what they're charging. Most time we'll actually think that they are running down the business, they're charging less than what they should be charging, because if we normally think that if a photographer is charging $100 for a photo shoot and I am charging $500, I am actually losing, because they're getting clients that will go with their service for $100. But we cannot be thinking that way. Why? Because you're charging $500 because you have a certain creativity that you put out in your work, and you value your work a certain way. If a photographer that charges $100 does not value their work like how you value your work, I mean, you can't bash them, because right now I am sure the quality work that I have right now, I am sure that I am not even close to what other photographers are actually charging right now for photography. Because I mean, I do photography for fun. I mean, it's still a business, but I make more money from doing weddings, videography, weddings photography. That's where I see, I should be making a lot of money. That's where I think I should be making money from. Doing portraits and stuff like that for my Instagram page. Most of what you see on my Instagram page are personal projects, because that's what I want people to see. That's what I sell, so I can actually get clients. So, I mean, if I want to charge $100 for a photo shoot and you want to charge $500 or vice versa, I don't think another photographer should be saying what you're charging is too much or what you're charging is too less, because you're taking away customers, and customers might think that because you're charging $100 and I'm charging $500, I am actually robbing them. But You should choose your clients. Trust me, any client that comes to you and you charge $500, another charge $100, they should be looking at the photographer's work and say, hey, I see why you're charging $500. I see why X photographer is charging $100. So you should not be worrying about what they're charging. Just ensure that your portfolio is set a certain way, it looks a certain way, so it attracts a certain type of client, because a client that has the budget of $50 will not go with a $500 photographer. So we have to also think about that as well. So it's not a bad thing if a photographer charge lower or higher. It's not a bad thing if a retoucher charge lower or higher. They just have to be comfortable with what they're charging and say, okay, hey, that is what I'm gonna charge. I'm comfortable with this. It helps pay the bills. So I'm not going to worry about what Tom is charging, because I mean, I'm comfortable with what I'm charging now. Like what I'm charging now for photography, wedding photography and portrait photography is, to be honest, I don't think I'm charging what I worth, to be honest, but I'm comfortable. I am quite comfortable what I'm charging right now, because I'm able to pay my bills and everything, and that's the most important thing. If you're able to pay your bill from what you're charging, kudos to you. You shouldn't feel away. And if you learn where another photographer is charging more than what you're charging, don't try to up your price to match that photographer because you think that you should be charging the same. No, that's not how it is. The level of your work is what you'd use to determine, you know, what you would actually charge. And that's all I have to say. So I hope this actually helps someone, because when I was younger in this business, I had no guidance. I didn't know what was right from wrong. But trust me, it's all about you and what you're comfortable with. So just do what you're comfortable with. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stay tuned to my channel for another YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching again, and have a good one. Bye bye.